Mitch, what was it like early on with that kind of a revolving door with guys going out, guys coming back?
Yeah, I always hate when we have more than 2 days off in the season. I think it messes up your rhythm, and it just, I don't know, doesn't seem like there's a place for it. I cannot think of a better time than right now. It's just one of those things. Victor, Zach, Keldon, obviously Victor came back, but it was a character win. We had a lot of guys that have been in and out, and they pulled together, but it was tough there for a moment.
Did his back tighten up early in the game? Did he need some treatment?
I think he fell one time, I think. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I'm sure the back was involved, but I don't know exactly what went on. I just know he was back here trying to make sure it was right, and obviously it was enough that he came back to finish the game.
Did you see what happened to Keldon? It looked like it might have been contact.
They thought it might have been a cramp, and then it was maybe his calf, so I don't know much more, but I don't think it was too serious, but I don't know the details.
And Zach, a pretty scary fall.
Yeah. I think it's, again, just a really hard fall. It's going to be really, really sore, so we'll take these next whatever many days we have.
With Zach leaving so early, can you talk about what Charles was able to do in his place and now that he's healthy and getting these minutes?
He played the role that we need him to in terms of energy, activity, physicality, athleticism, and when he does that, the basketball finds him and he makes plays on both ends.
Do you have any sort of feeling about being in the building when Chris passes Jason Kidd for second all time?
I was waiting to be asked about that.
So much happened tonight.
Yeah, well, that is the thing that stakes out to me. You pass Mitch Johnson, Jason Kidd, one of the records that I think a lot of people say may not get past or get to, and you see this guy over 12,000 assists. The teams he's done it on, the way he's done it, the way his game's evolved, his presence on the court, what he does, dictating and manipulating games, making people better. It's one of a kind. We are witnessing greatness, and a lot of us have competed against him. We've all watched him, and to be able to experience it firsthand is a privilege. And he's still doing it at a high level, and we are grateful for that. And he deserves all the praise and attention that comes with that, because it's a hell of an honor.
Mitch, I think the last assist he had tonight was the one that he gave to Victor at the top of the key there for that three. Did you have any doubt that was going in?
I'm glad it went in. We didn't have a great stretch before that, but I don't ever doubt Victor in those moments.
In the losing streak, Harrison Barnes' numbers were almost cut in half as far as his productivity and what he's able to do. And now tonight, again, he's back. Do you think that's because Wemby's back and giving him opportunities, or what did you make of that?
I thought Harrison carried the game for us there in the spurt where he was just so fundamentally sound, strong with the ball, drawing fouls, getting to the rim, making simple passes. That's the type of basketball that we need to get more consistent at, and it was really nice for him to take the charge there in a moment when we needed it.
We even asked you, what did you like about tonight's effort?
I think we missed shots. I think New Orleans played their butts off and competed and made some shots, and sometimes you just need to find a way to win. I thought that the players did that.
Thank you. Thank you.